Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Annabelle, and today I'm gonna do a get ready with me video. So bear with me. I just did my eyebrows. I know they look crazy drawn on, but you'll see the process as I go along. So I just finished priming my face, and the next step I guess I'm gonna do are my eyes, because I find it easier if I do my eyes first, and then I can work my way up into the face. It just sets a lot better if I make any mistakes on my eyeshadow and the fallout and all that. So the first thing I'm going to use is this Mary Kay excuse me, um, pink blush cream eyeshadow. So I just use a little brush and I put it all over my eyes. So I'm going to have a mirror right here where I'm going to just do it. Let me just. So I use this cream eyeshadow as a base, almost as a primer, and it seems to be the best thing that works for me. Um, the reason I use it is just I'm able to set it with you'll see the color that I use to kind of cover the lid and make it a solid color. And I just feel like my makeup just doesn't crease. It lasts longer because this eye blush of the cream eyeshadow doesn't crease, so it just like prevents everything else from not creasing at the same time, which I like. I know I got it like everywhere, and I did use some concealer under my eye, so that's what you see there, the little halo that you see around my eyebrows. um, just trying some different looks, different styles from different YouTubers, and seeing what works best for me, so just kind of combining. So this has been the look that I've been using for a while, or the style of getting ready. Um, it seems to be quicker. The makeup sets a lot better. And the reason I want to say, the reason why I also do my eyebrows so sharp like this is also because I mess up a lot with my eyeshadow. And I like to not have those like mistakes heavily. So the shadow I'm going to use is Creme Brulee from Wet n Wild. I'm going to use what's remaining in this little pot here. And I'm just going to grab a wide brush. Here we go. So I'm just going to use a brush like this to get it, pack it all on. And I also use this creme brulee to set my concealer. I love this, so you can see how it sets. I know this is like probably like the worst get ready with me video. Oh, I have to open this one, I guess. It's not enough. Let me open this. Alright, I'm back. I finally got this one opened. Sorry I didn't show you the whole thing, but I couldn't open it. I like this one because it just, this little brush, because it just spreads everything. Alright. I use the new one. I like the powder because you see how it goes on. I like this brush because it picks up and it spreads everything evenly. I love the fact that I can open and close one eye and not be like with the other eye, because I try to do that for help other people to show them, and it's like it's impossible. It's like, listen, it's a skill. You have to work on that skill to perfect it, because it wasn't always like that. Alright, let me make sure I do this name over here evenly. So I like this powder because it creates a nice like base. It's almost like when you have a canvas that's white, you still put white paint over it, so it just creates a better canvas. Alright, so we are done with the creme brulee for now. So the next shadow I have, it's actually, I crushed it because it broke. So I used it in this empty jar. It's like a transition shade. So I'm actually going to try using another one. Hold on. Hey, so I decided to use, instead of using that transition shade, I might dip into it because I use it a lot. I'm going to go into this Morphe color palette. I think it's called the color palette because it has colors. So take this off. The shadow that I'm going to use for transition is going to be this one right here. And then I'm also going to use this berry color right here. I used it yesterday and I loved it. Loved it. So I'm just going to use the same brush that I just used because I'm not going to use this base anymore. And it's good for also blending because I'm going to use another brush to blend the other two together. So I just kind of, I do this a little higher than my brow bone, like almost on the brow bone, because I'm going to use the other colors a little bit deeper, more deeper into the crease. So I just kind of buff it like this. Just keep buffing it, bringing it in. And you'll see I'll get a bunch of fallout and then I'll just clean all that up with a wipe. And I just keep buffing, keep buffing. I love this palette. Like the transition colors are so pretty. And like the colors, it's really helping me step out of my box because you know how we tend to, I don't know about you, but me in particular, I think a lot of people tend to get into their own style and then you just get stuck in it and you just keep doing the same look, like your everyday look or whatever, your simple everyday look. And I just like to have different looks all the time, like almost transforming, to the point where I don't have the same makeup almost twice in a row or the same style. So today I'm kind of doing the same style using similar shades, but I'm going to just tweak it just a little bit than the one I did yesterday with this look. Make sure I get it under there. So I look funny, right? So just keep buffing that in. Alright, so put this brush down and I'm going to grab a different blending brush, which is one of these stipple brushes. I'm going to use it on, it's like this red color. And I'm going to use this one a little further down. But I'm going to try to mix those two together, as you'll see. Probably not the best brush choice, but I need to get something that buffs really well. Like just kind of transition the color on there. And I have to say, it is definitely fall outside. It is, oh, this one is so pretty. This berry looks like cranberries, how they stain your fingers. Like it's staining my eyes. Like it's so cute. And then you see how it just blends right in. Then I'm going back with that other color. Just kind of put it over on top. You see how that mixes? I just like how they mix together. It's like you create your own color. Okay. So I'm going to buff all of this out later. The next shade I'm going to use in this palette. Actually, I'm going to stop using this palette, and I think I'm going to use this one. I used it yesterday, and it's a baked eyeshadow. Can't read what it says. I think it says Enchanted. And what I do is I have this little water bottle. I just spray. I gotta wet the brush to get the baked, and you're gonna see. If you hear this noise, my son's in the back playing on the bed on a tent, and he's watching his little show while I do this. I need to wet the brush. Oh, wrong side. I wet the brush only on one side. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, one thing I forgot to do, which I always do, is my lips. Hello, get a little dryness. That's when I noticed it. Hold on. I think we make the funniest faces when we put on lipstick. Like, I think that's hilarious. But it's funny because, like, we all do it. We don't notice that we're doing it, but we all do it when we're putting on. How is that layout? Pack it all up in there. This eyeshadow, I love this. The way it picks up, and then you just, it almost goes on like a cream. See it? I'm gonna blend it all in a second. Just gotta let it kind of dry so it doesn't move around when I start blending. But I love this. It's like, it has like these gold pinks and nude tones. Like, it's just a strange color. I guess that's why it has the name Enchanted. But if you're familiar with baked eyeshadows from e.l.f., you should always have a wet little spray like this to wet your brushes, because a water spray to wet your brushes, because it goes on so much better when it's wet. I'll tell you right now, like I did it when it was wet once, when I saw like a YouTube, and that was a suggestion given because it was so hard to get it, the product on, and the girl used the wet brush, and it was like, what? So then I'm gonna go back in and buff some more. I'm not grabbing more product, I'm just kind of buffing. So all that I'm gonna clean up. Hold on, my son needs me. Alright, he just needed me to get him a little snack. He was a little upset. You just buff this in. Alright. Then I am going to use a small little brush of this. Just grabbing a little light color. Just to start cleaning that up, just go under the brow. I have another color that I'm actually gonna use. I just wanted to lighten it up before. It's almost like my eyes are baking, just the way you bake with the powder. So I kind of wanted to like almost clean it up. All right. So let me close this for a second. And the color I've been using, which I love, is the Makeup Academy, the Smoky Eye, I believe this one is. Yeah, the Smoky Eye palette. I like using the brown from there because it is amazing. And I also like using this nude color right here. That's the color I'm going to actually put under the brow and actually bring it down just a little bit to help kind of not make it look so harsh right there. And then everything's going to blend in beautifully. And then I'm going to use the dark brown to kind of you know, to give it that pop and to finish the look. I love this Makeup Academy brush. This brush isn't the best because it creates all this fallout, as you can see. It just like, it's not, the hairs I guess aren't the best, but it's the smallest I have like this. That's perfect, like precision to get into that. It just is the perfect little brow shade. The other ones you kind of have to turn at an angle just to get it in, but this one just like, it just, I don't like how it picks up the, like the eyeshadows. Just don't like it how it does. I don't like the work it does. It's like as I'm putting it on, like all this eyeshadow is like falling out. And I am tapping as I go before I pick it up, and there's still like there's fallout. But that's just the way it is. But you see how I brought it down some? Just to bring it down some so it isn't so harsh. But as I blend again, which I'm gonna blend, because I guess like the trick is to always blend, blend, blend. I'm about to blend, but I'm gonna clean that up on the inside of my eye. Just not yet. I want to finish the look, so when I clean up only once. All right. Just keep putting that in there. Just grabbing whatever's on there just to transition. So right before I use the, I'm going to grab this e.l.f. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I'm going to grab this e.l.f. pointed brush. I'm going to grab another berry color out of the Morphe palette. And I think I'm going to use this one right here. Oops, this one. It's like a dark berry color. So this is just going to kind of blend in with that berry color, that bright one that I put in, or the cherry, whatever, cranberry. So just put that in there. Hope this video wasn't too long. It's already like 20 minutes in, but let me blend that in. I'm going to just show you guys the eyeshadow, and then I'm going to do the foundation really quickly just to not make this video too long, but be able to show you guys how I get ready. It's taking me longer because I'm actually filming, and usually I'm really quick about this. So I'm like trying to show you guys, and I'm not just going in how I normally just go in. So I'm grabbing another brush, the same, it's just clean. I'm going to do the brown from the Morphe palette. Just putting it in that little corner. I'm not even bringing it in. I'm just going to, because it's going to buff in itself. I'm just kind of tapping it in, kind of rubbing it in. Tap, tap, tap. Just kind of really get it into the little corner there. Alright. So now for the conservation of time, I'm just going to blend, and I'm going to pause it and then come back after I'm done blending. Okay, so I blended everything in. Not fully done blending as I would like, but pretty blended for now, because before I'm officially done, I will blend a little more before I'm officially done. So the next thing I'm going to do is use my Infallible foundation in my Maybelline Fit Me in 240, and this one's in 108. So what I do is I use the darker shade and just kind of, I know I have like the dark circles from the makeup that I just did, so I do the dot dot dot, and then I just kind of fill in. But I don't need to show you me blending my foundation in. So I'll be back. Ta-da! So this is my face with all the foundation on. Then I'm just going to buff this out and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm using the concealer from Maybelline Age Rewind in the shade Neutral because it has the yellow tone. So put it down the nose, down here, and around the mouth. I'm going to buff that in using the stipple brush, which is what I use to blend my foundation. Just going to kind of buff that in. Actually, I'm going to use the e.l.f. concealer blending brush. I'm going to use that because I actually like how it looks better. It gives it like that airbrush look. Something about the hairs, the way it collects. So you see my eyebrows don't look so drawn on. I'm going to buff those out as well in a little bit. Okay. So now before I use my setting powder, I am going to set with the creme brulee. I'm going to use that under my eyebrows, under my eyes as a base, you can see. And then I'm going to use my powder all over my face. I love the way this looks because it gives the under the eyes like that nice light look, but it doesn't look white because it has the peach tone to it. I love this. Okay. Just over that excess, and I'm gonna get my powder and I'll be back. I thought I had to find my powder, but it was right in front of me. I'm using the True Match in W7. And I'm using the complexion brush from e.l.f. I don't bake with this one. I just use it to set my eyeshadow. Oh, my eyeshadow. What am I saying? To set my foundation. I'm just going to do one side to show you, and then I'll be back. So you can see how it's set on one side. I like this one because it's actually just a little darker than me, and it sets beautifully. Like, it makes me look like warm, like that nice sun-kissed look. So that's one side of my face done. And I'll do the other side and I'll be back. Alright guys, I got my powder on my face. So now I'm going to begin my baking process, and I'm going to use the Mary Kay translucent powder. And I'm probably going to use 2 brushes for this part, but I'm going to use the same brush to kind of pack on, and I need more. I like this translucent powder. I know I'm going to look kind of crazy. So now I'm going to put on my lashes with this. While I have this on my face, kind of move that around. It's just because I said this powder that I put on before is a little dark. So this is a way to kind of lighten it up. I think I'm going to use my other brush. We got this from the e.l.f. I'm going to use this to bake under my eyes. Okay. There we go. Getting into stuff. Then I will wipe this off with my kabuki brush. But first, I'm going to do my lashes and my mascara, but I'll be back. Hey y'all, I am done baking. I'm going to use my kabuki brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to just buff, buff, buff. I got kind of distracted, so I did my lashes. My son's on my lap because he's getting, my mom got company at the house. So my son gets a little uncomfortable with people. I mean, he knows these people, which is the weird thing. You would think they're total strangers. He knows who they are. He just gets, when people come in the house, he gets kind of like nervous and hides. So that's what he's doing now. So that's the baking. Got the lashes on, and I'm going to do my eyeliner, and I'll be right back. Sorry, my son just took the chair from me. So I'm going to do my eyeliner with the brush that has the little bit of, just can't put the mirror here because then it's going to, so it has the little purple color. And I'm going to apologize for making this video ridiculously long. Then I'm going to take the one that has the black, or the brown I should say. Okay, and then my highlighting palette in golden. Just gonna use, I need like a smudger brush. So like a smudger brush like this. Just take the lightest shade. Just kind of, I like doing the highlight first before I do the before I smudge the rest. And then I'm going to use, I would normally use a color, but I kind of want to use out this black e.l.f. Eyeliner. I just want to make it pop a little bit more. Just doing it on the waterline. I don't like pulling on my eyelid, but I'm able to just get right in without touching my eyeball, ironically. I've been doing this for so long. Again, this is one of the looks that I've been saying that people do when to do makeup, like the way I'm going with my eyes. Like, I'm just touching the lid without touching the eyeball. Like, I can do that. That's a skill. So you see that? Alright. So now, take the smudge brush, kind of wipe off a little bit of the excess, and then just smudge everything in. There we go. And then, last but not least, the eyebrows. Remember I said I was gonna, don't worry about how they look. Just kind of rub some of that out. That excess product that I had there, just rub it out. Draw some in and fade it out, right? There we go. And that, ladies, is it for the eyes. See? My glue is still drying on my eyes, but I should probably blend just a little bit more. Let me, the darker one. Alright, so that's done. Now let me go for the lips, and I'll be right back. And the cheeks. Sorry, I'm like zoomed in. My son took the chair, so I'm going to use the Tan-tastic from Milani for my highlight. I'm going to use my my e.l.f. if I can open it, blush quad, and I'm going to use this tapered or pointed blush brush for my highlight. And I'm going to show you how I highlight. So just rub it on this big, right? See? On fleek, on fleek, on fleek. I don't know why I say that, but whatever. That is so beautiful. I like putting it on top, underneath, and then I like doing it under on top of the blush. I'm also going to use my kabuki brush and blend everything in later. Just kind of rub the excess around. So you see that? Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to use another brush, which is the angled e.l.f. brush, and I'm using the darker shade. And I mixed it with the darkest pink down here just to get the bottom so it looks more how do you say it, so it looks like the way people do the, what do they call it, trying to focus on my blush here, when you contour, I guess. See? He wants the chair. You want the jacket? Say jacket. He uses that same word for everything that's sound, and it's really frustrating because you don't know what's going on. and sometimes he'll yell out help, and he really doesn't need help. He's just trying to get your attention, and it's like he has to learn how to use the right words for the right things. So frustrating. Alright, so I'm done with the blush. Go back to the highlight. Like I said, I like putting some on top. Just a little on top. Just to... I don't go too deep on the top. And then I'm going to do as the final with my Mary Kay translucent powder. Let me put this down just a little bit to get more light. Just like to do like a little all over setting. With my kabuki brush. I like using this powder because it sets everything down so well. And then the final thing is my lips, and I will be back. So the colors I'm using is this plum lip liner from Mary Kay. I can't even read the name. I swear I've tried. Can't see it. I really just can't see it. I need my glasses, and I don't know where they are. And again, my son wants me to put on a jacket. And then the next thing I'm going to use, this is color, I don't know, it's called Tease 830 from, I guess this is L'Oreal, I want to say. I'm using this color here. It's like a gold color when you put it on. It looks like cotton candy. Again, the faces we make when we put on lipstick, right? Let me lower this just a little bit. So this is the complete look. Only thing I'll probably put on is this lip gloss Black Radiance. It's like this orangey color. I like putting it on top of this because of the cotton candy look it has. And this is kind of a sheer color. So this is the finished look. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. Probably gotta get more bold on this side, but I hope you guys like it. Let me make sure that's all even. And this is the finished look. I think I like it. The way it came out. Probably do a little bit blending just because I do that type of thing right up here, right? But I'm sorry this video is so long. I think the lighting is what's throwing it off, but it's really blended. It really is, just the lights throwing it off. But they look the same. When I look in the mirror, they look exactly the same. Alright, but this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed my Get Ready With Me video. And let me know if you like it. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below of any looks you want to see, or if you want me to do more Get Ready With Me. And I will try to make them a lot shorter than this. So until then, see you next time. Bye.